In this video, we're going to be looking back at our visit to Rivington Terraced Gardens, an absolute beautiful destination, and I can't wait to reminisce about this destination. As for one, it's going back to Lancashire, where I was born and raised, and it's been some time before we covered that content. So we normally do the Peak District, Wales, the Lake District, so covering a bit of Lancashire is quite special to me. So as with most things when it comes to hobbies, you've got to practice, learn from your mistakes. So what we're going to be doing is talking about key points and telling you about, information from our journey to Rivington and giving you some insights into the footage, but I'll be choosing the best bits rather than talking over the entire footage and keeping you here all day. So with that in mind, let's reminisce, be entertained, and let's see if I've improved at all. Alright, as always, let's journey on and watch this footage. Got my chunky headset on, and let's go and reminisce about Rivington. It's a lovely bridge. I'm glad I used that as a shot for the intro. Coming up on this episode, we explore around Rivy. We get amused by a sign. Still waters run deep. This song. An in-joke. I hope maybe like 2 people understood that reference. And all they behold. So I've paused it on this huge map. The reason being, I wanted a note to the audience. So Rivington Terraced Gardens is on the right-hand side of this map. But, as you can tell, we started our route from the bottom left. This is because, as probably mentioned in the video, we got the GPS wrong and ended up in the wrong car park. But this did allow us to go along the reservoir, through some woodlands, and visit around the village. It was an absolutely beautiful trail, and I don't regret a single thing. Now, if you're recreating this, maybe you don't want to start in that location and maybe a bit closer to the gardens. But if you've got a day and you want to make a day of it, there's so many locations and things to see along this wild and wacky route. I would definitely recommend it, and Rivington is beautiful. This day I was so nasally, and I think I had the microphone like directed right at my throat, so you might hear a lot of nasal and throat clearing. I tried to cut as lot of it. So I wanted to pause here. Now I noted in the video that it does talk about the Go Ape. Just for those who don't know what Go Ape is, it's basically an adventure thing where you go on ropes and climb across trees and stuff. They make it into almost a in the hair obstacle course with bridges, ropes, swings. Basically, you'd be like Tarzan for the day. It's absolutely brilliant, but there's safety signs everywhere. You're not in danger or anything, but there are warning signs and restricted areas, etc. So if you are going and recreating this crazy route today, just be wary and pay attention to those safety signs. My nasally heavy breathing because of my allergies. But you gotta love all that ambient sound. It's absolutely lovely, and for once I don't have wind in the microphone, which you can always appreciate as a content creator and an audience person who's watching this video. Now I remember this, I was trying to do a bit more of an artistic shot and it didn't go too bad, maybe? No, it's alright. Yeah, I had to speed this along because we went through villages, we got lost, and then we found this long road here that allowed us to get back on track, back to, I believe, the Barn Hall, which is just prior to Rivington Terraced Gardens, the main pathway. This is probably a better starting point for you. Away a little bit, but we consult the maps, get back on the markers. I was going to say, as long as you locate yourself, record where the car is, and keep on track of where your destinations are and keep supplies. Getting lost can actually be a great adventure. It sounds like I'm spinning it, but most of our walks we get lost, we go in the wrong direction, but we kind of predict that we're gonna happen and we just, go with the flow. I have a giant stash of water in my bag. Gotta get some for us, the dogs. We're hiking for like 4 to 8 hours. Yeah, I got supplies for days in that bag. I do love this shot. Normally I'm not a big fan, but I do have the gimbal now, I believe. So it allows me to do these shots quite steady and walk along. The only thing bobbing up and down is me. I go through the archways and it's a beautiful scene to shoot. Now, if you know anything about Rivington Terraced Gardens, there's loads of little things throughout. Now, we think we explored most of them here, but there's a few that we could explore in the future as well. The scene's quite long, but I think it's getting information across, and there's some B-roll clips in between to break it up. And hopefully, people stay engaged to it while I'm talking. So I've paused it here to explain this shot. Now, while I was taking this shot, I was basically eyeing up the route, and I thought to myself, the sun is beaming, so it's going to flare my lens a little bit, but I wanted to show that transition of obviously the fork in the road and that we were going to go left instead of right. So you obviously want to tell your audience where you're going and keep the direction of, the hike going. Unfortunately, while going through this contemplation and getting the scene ready and directing Christy on, I'll stand here, direct the scene, I shoot it, sun flare, everything, I'll go with the flow. And then this plane goes across, and I think to myself, I'm going to keep it in. I'll blooper it, and then I think I keep a part of it in the main footage. And for me, I want to be realistic in the fact that you're going to have bad scenes, you're going to have bad shots. You don't, as a hobby, you don't have time to go back and reshoot this. For one, as well, I want to show the audience how authentic this is. It's real. These are the troubles that you're going to come across. And the end of the day, they can be endearing. It's truthful and honest work. Now, would this scene been better without a plane in it? Yeah, of course it would. But on the other hand, I don't have the time to go back, reshoot it. The dog, wants to move on. So do we. There's a bit of realism there, and I'm glad I kept this shot in. Now, in this, I do believe I call this the Japanese Gardens, but I'm not sure if that's the actual name. Yeah, there was a sign and stuff, but if you look at it on like Google Maps, it's not called that. So if I have got the wrong name here, I mean, it doesn't look overly Japanese in origin, but and design. But I apologize if I got it wrong. There was some information sign there that did call it the Japanese Garden, so I used that information that I was given. Oh, look at him, he's adorable. You've got to be so fast when taking footage of Valor. You pose, take a 6, 7 photos in between barks, and hope for the best. Ah, everyone's favourite, stairs. So I've paused it here as we're going up these stairs, and you can see the archway at the top. Now, we did do a scene there where we took a lot of photos, and I was observing Christy basically posing Valo, getting him ready for the shot, different perspectives with the light. But you will find that this is a very popular destination, and there were actually people hiking up and down the stairs, joggers going through and whatnot. So a lot of it had to be cut, and I felt moving the scene along in terms of our direction was more important than getting those cute photos. As Christy can post those on Instagram, whereas for footage for YouTube content, it wasn't ideal when I had joggers coming by every 2 to 3 seconds. So I chose to obviously, kill your darlings, remove those scenes, and keep the flow going. And I think that turned out for the better. You can let me know if you prefer dog photos instead of this hike into the archway. As you can see in a few seconds here, there will be people passing me by as I record content. That's just part and parcel of it. And you can't wait all day for people not to be there. You see, look at all the people. This woman here was jogging, but she respectfully, walked past us instead of running past me. It opens up into this beautiful open plain here with a structure on the right. And then we went around this, is it a lake or a pond? I don't know what it's called, classified as. And then we went up here to this to view the architecture from the top. It was beautiful. I've paused it here because when we get around to this architecture in this area up here, I tried to do what I call artsy shots, Now I do know with the iPhone it goes into auto mode and it adapts its settings quite rapidly. So when you're moving past things, as you would see in a minute when I go past the stone structures and whatnot, it changes the aperture and the ISO very quickly, and the colors change rapidly, which is not overly great for footage. And obviously, if you were on a camera or using professional software on the iPhone, you could adapt to that. But the one thing I'm going to take away from this is I'm trying more often to take better footage, more varying and engaging footage, and having fun with it. Again, it's a learning experience, and don't forget to keep trying and learning from your experiences. All right. Here it is. So yeah, the camera adapts and whatnot, but I love that transition. It may be just me. Who knows? If you like it, give me a comment and then say if you like that transition or not. Here are some outtakes. Alright, I'm going to watch these outtakes funny moments because they're my favourite ones. You know me, I love realism and we're going to make mistakes in our hobby, so let's have a look. So I'm recording this scene and I'm thinking, oh, I'll follow the dog, he's going to run around, play. He ran for 2 seconds. Oh, these little dogs. I don't think you can actually hear it, but while I was there was tons of motorbikes going past and I was just trying to get this shot. Yes, everyone's worst nightmare while vlogging is a gate. And this goes beyond because a stone got stuck in the gate while I was trying to open it. So I got stuck again. Embarrassing. And there's the outtake of the plane. Brilliant. I like the sun flare against the lens. And we have that outro that I keep over and over again because again, it's just an absolute brilliant photo. And if you haven't listened to any of these other videos, this photo was when we got gifted a photo shoot and we took Valo there and we put Christie's battle jacket. So it's a jacket with badges of bands you like or things you like. And we just put it on Valo and he actually took a load of photos with him on. And I really do enjoy this photo so much. So I'm proud to keep this until the end of time because I love this photo and it houses my outro. Well, I hope you enjoyed some of those insights from the footage for our visit to Rivington Terraced Gardens. I'm starting to enjoy this format a little more now in the sense that I hope it doesn't go on for too long, breaking down those best bits, giving you interesting information on our journey, and being entertained by our own mistakes and misadventures. As with most of our journeys, please do leave a comment, leave your feedback, and I love engaging with people who enjoy and watching this journey with me. As always, this is a hobby, a learning experience, and I'm truly loving the content I'm providing and creating, and I hope that comes across in my videos. As always, have a safe travel, have amazing journeys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now. Wait. Blooper time! Rivington. Bloopers! Introduce continuity problems. Continuity problems. I don't know how I'm going to edit all this, but... Oh, spilled the drink. Stay hydrated when you pause. Alright, let's journey up. Wow, journey up. I can't stop myself, can I? Hey, I could say architecture without stumbling. Nice. Oh, that brew is so cold. I'm losing light. You've made it to the end. I hope that wasn't too difficult for you. Valo and I really appreciate it. And if you've liked this video, maybe consider clicking that like button to show appreciation. If you would like to see more of our journeys, consider subscribing by clicking a logo on the right. You can also follow Valo the Lapphund on Instagram of the same name and I'll list it here below. But most of all, please leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what we could improve upon, what journeys you think Valo should explore next, and let me know the travels your companions get up to. We hope to see you on the next journey. Till then, all the best on your travels. Bye now.